Hey, welcome. My name is Boles, President and CEO of Customized Minds. And you know, I have to tell you thank you for tuning in and joining us on today. And we are excited here. Our team is thankful for being able to produce this content, produce this information that we know is inspiring and empowering you to become a better person every single day, that is moving you forward towards your dreams, your goals, your passions, your missions, and your purposes for being here. So again, thank you, and let's dive in about this great topic that we have on today. So one thing that you must understand and that you must realize about life, that no one desires pain and misery. But why are we talking about that on today? Because that's a straightforward question, right? I mean, that's like, duh, yeah, okay, Marcus, no one desires that. But unfortunately, we experience that in life. So we are going to talk about how to overcome and propel past that misery and pain you might sometimes face in life. And I guarantee if it doesn't happen to you, you know, you're not living, for one. But in this world, it's 100% likely for you to experience some type of pain and maybe even misery. Now, I'm not saying how long you have to deal with it, but there's going to be a moment, and there, you know, may happen every, 10 or 15 years in your life, but there are going to be a few times in life that you experience pain and misery. But again, the true question is, how do you overcome it? Well, you overcome it in two ways. And really, they're both the same, because the answer is the same, but you're able to act upon it two different ways. And that's simply learning. Learning is the only way to overcome pain and misery. By you crying about it, by you complaining about it, by you wallowing in it, by you doing all of the negative things that just really feeds the pain and misery, of course, it's not going to help you overcome it. The only way to overcome it is when you step out of the pain and misery and you look at it and say, how can I learn from this? That is when you will overcome that pain and misery. Is learning. Learning from it. Learning from it, learning from it, learning from it. It's the only way, it's the only cure, it's the only prescription to deal with pain and misery. Now, what are the two ways to learn from it? Well, you can personally learn through that pain and misery, or you can look at someone else's pain and misery and learn from them. See, it's all about learning from it. It can, again, happen to you, or it can happen to someone else. But at the end of the day, it's how you take what has happened and how you deal with it and be able to go forward. So, if you are currently dealing with pain and misery, I don't know what it may be. It may be a promotion, it may be something at your job or your family or career or health or business or whatever it is. You may be experiencing pain or misery. Look at it from this perspective. How can I learn from this? How can I observe someone else's pain and misery? How did they deal with it? What was their outcome? Take that, make it your own, and go forward. You may learn that the way that they dealt with it was not the right way. It made more damage and did more harm than it was productive. Again, you're learning from that, so you can now apply it to whatever it is that you are facing. And for those who may not have experienced pain or misery yet, again, take that same philosophy for when it does happen, and it's going to happen unexpectedly. You don't plan it like, hey, pain and misery, where you at? I'm waiting for you. It doesn't happen that way. It happens when you least expect it, because you almost expect nothing to ever happen, but you can expect things to happen, but when they happen to you, you really still don't like when they happen because you have to deal with it. It could cause pains and misery. So I'll say that again. You can almost go throughout life expecting nothing to happen, but you know things are going to happen, so you can plan for them to happen. But even when they still happen, the unexpected pain and misery situations that you've already planned for, when they happen, they're still not comfortable because they bring moments of pain and misery. So the only way to deal with it is to say, hey, okay, this has happened. How has someone else dealt with it? How am I going to deal with it? How can I learn from it and go forward? That's it. That's the only way to move forward with pain and misery. So for those that have moved out of pain and misery, and now that, they're looking at life and they're striving and they're back rolling again, hey, best be careful because some pain and miseries are waiting and lurking around the corner. Now, I'm not saying live your life in fear, because fear hinders growth, opportunity, success, and just really simple freedom, and it doesn't allow you to receive blessings, and definitely doesn't release faith. But I am saying that use this information for when it does happen, because you can plan for it to happen. But again, even when it happens, it's still not comfortable because it brings pain and misery. But what you can do is reduce your recovery time from the pain and misery that has been brought to you. Again, a lot of people take years to get past it, but if you can condense it down to just a few minutes, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and move, or even when getting it down to 1 or 2 minutes or 30 seconds or a split instance, you're still dealing with pain and misery, but you have recognized how to deal with it, which is learning from it, which is then looking at it and then seeing how you can grow and seeing how you can get better. So take that information, apply it to your life immediately, whether you're dealing with pain and misery now, whether you have dealt with it in the past, where you're just coming out of it and probably are going to get hit with it again in the future. It will change your life. It will help you get over and reduce your recovery time so you can get back on the horse, get back in the saddle, and continue to drive forward in the purpose and the mission for which you were put here to do. And that was the whole message and whole philosophy behind giving this content on today. So as we say, you have what you say now. And if you believe it now, it is yours to have right now, today, in this lifetime, and no one can take it from you. The power of life and death is in the tongue. More importantly, in the mind, but first, one must believe in the heart. I believe this was great. I believe that you are doing exceedingly abundant beyond your belief, because you are now striving towards your purpose. Regardless of what happens to you, you now have the information you need to deal with it, to learn from it, to look at yours, to look at someone else's, and go forward. Take care, bring back a friend on the next one, and I'll see you then. Hey, so if you enjoyed the inspiration from today, all we ask is that you share this information with your family, your friends, your business partners, your co-workers, as well as your social connections. All you have to do is hit the share button, the forward button, and you will touch millions of people's lives. And in doing that, you will actually directly impact our purpose, which is to inspire and empower millions of people to help and uplift one another, all while believing that we were brought together to help each other achieve our purposes. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. What that will do will make sure that you are up to date from the most current information coming from our team, helping you become more inspired and empowered, and definitely moving forward to being a super achieving and maintaining that status. And if you're new, I want to welcome you and thank you for taking your development, your inspiration, and your empowerment serious, because moving towards your purpose is going to impact someone's life in a very positive and productive way. So I look forward to seeing you back here with someone new, ready to take some notes and moving forward to achieving your purpose. Take care, and I'll see you soon.